In this video, I will show you how you can automatically create your own accounts at sites with ShareMacro. You will arrive at this control panel after logging in, where you can manage all your activity. First, we will create a profile that can be reused during registrations across all types of sites. So let's get started. Here we will be entering basic personal information. Please note you can use your own invented online persona. Of all this data, the most important one is your email, since there you will receive all your confirmation messages after signups. ShareMacro can automatically action these verification emails as well, but for that you will need to use either Squirrel Mail Client or Gmail. You can find more info on this in the user guide. The rest is straightforward data. So let's fast forward this a little bit. If you will be using the article module, the introduction is important. Many site administrators delete your account if you don't provide a short bio or an intro. On this screen, there is another tab called CAPTCHA Solver. ShareMacro integrates with deathbycaptcha.com, and it has a high success rate according to my tests. You will need to create an account and purchase some credits. It is recommended as it makes the whole process easier, be it registration or submission. So I'm just going to fill up the fields with some dummy data so you can see how the whole process goes. Now that we are done with our profile, let's do a quick check and go back to the control panel where we can start creating accounts. Accounts contain your registration details for all sites in the module. We will go ahead and create accounts for bookmarking sites, but please note this works the same way for all modules. So let's click on Create Accounts. As you can see, we need to set a profile that we will register for these sites. Let's choose the one we created just now. Then we have the option to select Offsite Account Storage. This feature enables you to store your logins and passwords offline and encrypted for security purposes. You can read more about this in the user guide. After this, you can see a big table with all the sites, but don't worry, you don't have to fill this out line by line, and you can quickly get started. Let me show you how. In this table, we have two views. Project, that lists the sites, first, last names, usernames and passwords, and a report view that shows the last error messages and signals whether a task, be it registration or verification, was successful. This table gives you flexibility since you can have either the same username for all accounts, different usernames, and you can also use existing accounts by entering them manually. So let's go through a few scenarios for setting up accounts. First, let's start with the simplest. The same username for all accounts. I enter now a dummy first name and username, then select the row, and I will be using the helper buttons above the table. Let's click on Generate Username. This will join the first and last names I provided. It offers me to attach some random numbers after the username to increase sign-up success, since many simple and short usernames are already taken at these sites. Next, let's click on Generate Passwords, and here I am offered two options, same or different passwords. Let's use same for now. Now I click on Fill, and there you go, we are ready. We just need to save it and we could get started with registrations. Before we start, let me show you the second scenario with different usernames for all accounts. I will be using the same process, just enter more pen names initially. So now that we are done, let's click on Fill again, and we are good to go. Let's click on Save. Before we start, let me just mention that it is recommended to have a separate Firefox window open because ShareMacro will open up tabs for sites. Let's click on Start Registration. First, the iMacro goes to the project edit screen so it can update the report as it submits the registrations. Afterwards, a new window opens with the first site. At this point, if you use a CAPTCHA solver, you could just go drink coffee and read some news and come back after around 30 minutes. If not, ShareMacro will prompt you to enter the CAPTCHAs. Now that the first registration finished, let me pause the iMacro so I can show you what is happening. It reported that StumbleUpon completed and ShareMacro did not find any error messages. At the end of the process, most likely you will see some failed sites, but these sites are reported automatically at the health report and sooner or later will be repaired. With failed sites, you can come back in a while, click on Retry Failed button and start again to increase your success rate. Thanks for watching this movie. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask in the forums. Get started with your free trial now.